Bishop, I know you're the spiritual director of the Cathedral Club. Talk about the importance of this club to the Diocese of Brooklyn.
Actually, this is a pretty important year because we're celebrating 125 years. Last year, we celebrated 125 years for Catholic Charities, and then soon after the Cathedral Club. It gives you an idea of what was happening in that downtown area of Brooklyn at that time as the population started to grow. And many of the immigrant groups got together, and they were looking for ways to support each other, to encourage each other, and also to live out their faith in the everyday life, in the rough and rugged setting of Brooklyn, in that urban setting, at the turn of the century, you know? And that was the beginning of the Cathedral Club. And I often think that they were ahead of their time, looking ahead to the needs of the lay faithful, of living your faith in the workplace. Many of those ideas came around during the Second Vatican Council, but these Brooklynites took it to heart. And the same values are important today. We're trying to live out our faith, to be people of integrity, people of holiness, people close to the Lord, but to do it in a way that we're raising our families and providing for their needs and contributing to the well-being of the community. So the Cathedral Club really helps people, Catholics, mutually helping each other to make their way.
Yeah, and we know that they give scholarships for Catholic education, which is so important. And I know Catholic Schools Week, we just passed it, and I know you were at a school, maybe one or two each day. So talk about, what do you see as the future for Catholic education? How do you feel about, it's 2025, how is Catholic education looking?
Like in everything, we have our struggles, but also we have tremendous success and tremendous hope. Some of our schools are very, very strong. And there are some that are struggling. And part of that's because of demographic changes. That's the landscape of Brooklyn. It's always changing. Changes here a little bit, then changes over there a little bit. And that affects the different communities. And so we try to respond to those calls so that we can build strong school communities, great educational possibilities. And then, of course, the other issue is always financial. There's some talk about maybe federal school choice. I said before that I lived in a state for a while. I was bishop in Columbus when Ohio was a school choice state. And I saw the doors that it opened for families. That's not aid to schools. That's aid to parents. And it's not even aid. It's applying their tax dollars to them in the place of their choice. Now, wow, we really want to advocate, and wouldn't that be great if it happens? But I have to say this. What I can count on now, is the generosity and the goodness of people and things like Futures in Education, and then here at the Cathedral Club with the scholarship program.
Absolutely. All right, this year you selected the principal speaker. What made you think to ask Father Bruno?
I was really focused on this historical moment, the anniversary of 125 years, but also this Jubilee year for us. And it's you might say a threshold of a new era. So as in at the turn of the century into 1899 to 1900, so it is for us now in 2025. I was looking to get that historical perspective. Father Bruno teaches church history to our seminarians up at St. Joseph's Seminary. He's a remarkable teacher. He spoke to our pastoral team, to all our employees back, I guess it was last year, during our Day of Recollection, and did a fantastic job. believe and I hope that this will be a night of inspiration and good memories.
Nice. And you will also be addressing the crowd tonight. You'll be able to speak to much of the laity directly. So what do you plan to talk about? What's your message to everyone tonight?
These days I'm plugging that issue of solidarity, that we walk together in hope. And you can't say it enough that we really need each other's encouragement along the way. And so that to keep those themes of solidarity in our faith in the Lord and recognizing the needs of those around us.
Mm-hmm. What's something you're looking forward to tonight or this dinner or anything?
It's always a nice occasion to see people, this is my 4th time around now. I've completed 3 years,
Wow.
and so everything I'm doing is for the 4th time. And then, you make connections. So I see people here, and, the first couple of times was just meeting people for the first time, and now making connections with their parish experiences or their school experiences. Mm-hmm. So it's always nice to catch up with people. Mm-hmm. That's top notch. Food isn't so bad.
Looking forward to that. That's true.
And it's interesting. The MC for the night is Jim Kerr. Mm-hmm. I remember driving into school in my Ford Fairmont with the AM radio. And
he's been around.
He's been around, and then actually he was PLJ, so that was FM.
Yeah,
so,
I remember that.
Yeah, when probably when I made the jump to FM radio in the car, and so to remember him from the past, and then to see him now, and he always takes great interest. He shows that he enjoys this night.
Mm-hmm. It's a great night for everyone. Bishop Brennan, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Christy.
Great to see you.
Good.